Hey guys, J77 doing another Comic Book 360 talk. Discussion that I'm putting up for the gender is DC and the Justice League. I pretty much am not surprised by some of the news that's going on, especially with the way DC has been doing business lately, both with their comics as well as their movie properties. Um, it's been one crazy thing after another with them, especially within the last couple of weeks, with the fans being totally upset with the cancellation of Young Justice and Green Lantern, all the way to now with the struggling New 52, which I will say right now, I don't consider it as a complete failure. There are some good uh, stories going on with the Green Lantern. Um, we also have the Batman series, an ongoing Definite Family series that has been pretty much good, keeping people attention. So I'm not gonna say it was a complete failure, but I think the New 52 gimmick, especially after people felt they didn't need to reboot the whole entire series, hasn't worked out well with DC as they planned for. And now there is talk that the Justice League script has been scrapped, tossed out. A lot of people say it was just a bad script. Other people say that they're going to go forward with a new writer. But this is further um, pretty much fuel my problem with DC of late is that they don't seem to have a focused plan. They don't seem to have something put in concrete of, okay, this is the first step we're going to do, the second step, leading right up to their movie. You can say what you want about Marvel. I know a lot of people don't like Marvel. There's a lot of people who prefer Marvel as a second tier to DC. But whether you like them or not, the one thing you cannot say is that throughout the last 5, 6 years, Marvel has a better track record in terms of their movie property. They really had a plan. They took a big risk on this plan, and in the end, that plan actually pays off. And I'm talking about the Avengers, of course, where they had every standalone movie leading up to the Avenger film, and they're continuing doing the same formula leading up to Avengers 2. Already, they're putting pieces in place. We already know about the Iron Man 3. We already know about the Captain America movies. We know about other films they're trying to push over. There's recently been confirmed that they may also be Spider-Man and New Avengers. So they're actually going forward, not backwards. They already have a blueprint going on, and they have even a backup plan in case something fails or fall on the wayside. And you got to give them credit, even though there are some films that Marvel had done that wasn't very good. Some even was critically panned. The one thing you can say they're not slowing down. They're not stopping themselves from moving forward. The Credible Hulk films, the first one was critically panned. Nobody liked the first one. The second one had a mixed crowd, but they kept going forward. Even with the fact is that they knew they took a big risk of hiring a new actor to play the Hulk, which I will say he got it right out of all of them. So they are moving forward. They're not holding back, and for that they are seeing dividends 10 times fold. DC, I don't see that. I see them not organized. I see them not actually pushing forward some of the other characters in the DC universe. All I see is, okay, but who's going to be the next Batman, and how Superman, the Man of Steel, is going to hold up in theaters. I don't see anything in between. I don't hear no buzz about Wonder Woman. I don't hear no buzz about for Flash. They was talk about bringing Green Lantern back into the big screen, despite the fact that it bombed, which, by the way, was more of them not doing more about the financial and the decision making on their end rather than the movie itself, because the movie did made 160 million, but again, it cost 200 million to make, and that was because they postponed it. They tried to fix some details, which cost them more than the original budget allowed, and for that, that's why that film bombed. But in any case, they was hoping to put a new Green Lantern, but now they canceled that. And to be honest with you, I don't know what DC is doing. I don't know what's their plan for the future. It was reported a few days ago that the Justice League script was tossed out, and many fans believe that the Justice League film now with the way DC is structured, with the way DC has been doing things lately, uh, they may never be a Justice League. And I'm sorry to say, it may not be too far from the truth that we may not see a Justice League movie anytime soon. At least under the direction of the staff they got running the show there right now. Because to me, I don't see them very organized. I don't see anything new coming out from them. I don't see any big buzz coming out for them. It's almost like they really don't know um, how to take that next step. The 52 comics are struggling, and they even made a new gimmick which doesn't even make any sense. WTF, which makes I don't get it. If somebody can tell me what they're trying to do, please let me know. But it seems that they are really not. It seems like they don't have a contingency plan in place, and that is something that always worries me. They don't have nothing in place down the road. We know Superman's coming out, but what happens after that? You mean to tell me that's the only thing DC has? Um, I will say this that the Arrow series, I will give it credit. It is a surprise hit. A lot of people do like it. But unless you're gonna tell me that series is gonna transfer over to the big screen, I don't know what DC has in store. They had so many opportunities to actually take their company to the next level, and I felt they missed that opportunity, especially with Smallville, because I always felt if anybody deserved to be transferred to the big screen, it's the cast of Smallville, because they actually set everything up in Smallville. Justice League was set up in Smallville. You had all these characters that arrived in Smallville. Was in Smallville. The only characters that you didn't really see in Smallville was Batman, which they could have set up easily if they decided to transfer that into the big screen. Everybody was in place, and rather than do that, they gave us Superman Returns, which I didn't think it was terrible, but I didn't think it was good either. It was I was in the middle of that, and now you got Man of Steel, which reboot the series from scratch all over again, which I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not looking forward to seeing this film. Maybe once the next another trailer comes in, that can convince me, but I'm not actually pumped up to see it because I already know this. I already know the scenario of this story. I've seen it a dozen times. The only thing I say that is interesting is that he's not being embraced as he was with the other versions that they made. So that could actually bring some new twists. And that brings me to another thing is that are they going to depend just on Christopher Nolan to revive these series? And if that's the case, they're in trouble. I mean, yeah, I understand that Joss Whedon did a great job with Avengers, but he's not the only person they're relying on to keep Marvel going on the right path. There's other directors they got, other producers they got. So I don't see them. Marvel is not stopping with just one director. It feels like DC is depending on Christopher Nolan to guide them through this, and I think they need to start really seriously looking in the future without Christopher Nolan, or at least other directors who can take over their properties. Because make no mistake about it, I am getting tired of seeing Batman. Don't get me wrong, I'm a big, huge Batman fan, but I do want to see the Flash. I do want to see Wonder Woman. I do want to see a good Green Lantern done right. I want to see new characters on the screen, pushed into the screen, marketed more better. That's pretty much what my problem with DC. I don't feel they are pushing enough for these characters to be marketable, especially in the major movie medium. I don't see it. Maybe you guys have something I'm not aware of. I'd love to hear from you guys. I'd love to hear comments on it. But my faith on DC is not as strong at all with them. It's just not. Like I said, they really. I don't see their house in order, and that's the big issue. And with the way with the way their new slogan is now, with the WTF thing, and with the way things now, it's been what almost 2 years now, and you're telling me that you haven't come close with a script, you haven't come close to pushing a Justice League movie. Something's not right. Something's not functioning properly, and to me. that says a lot. They want to push for a Justice League movie. That's something that they've been saying for all this time. But unless they have a concrete plan leading up to that Justice League film, why should anybody really be invested in listening to what anyone from these have to say? It's just not worth it, at least by my standards. Now, as far as the tossing of the script is concerned, look, scripts gets tossed every time. Scripts gets presented to them. Maybe one of them will actually panned out. There's rumors that the writer who wrote the script that got tossed out may not be involved of the next script writing. That may be a good thing. They may not. It all depends. But to me, they got to get their act together. If they're going to really be serious, they got to give people a reason to actually believe that this project's going to hit the ground. And they have to have a plan. They just can't just throw these. They can't just throw these characters there without having at least a proper introduction. If they have to take a page off of Marvel Comics, then do so. But at least have something put in place, because to me, there's nothing there. They have no director. They have no script at this time. We don't even know who the star is going to be. So these are a lot of things that DC needs to really address, especially with Warner Brothers, who for some reason has no confidence in even in their animated department, let alone pushing other films that is not Batman or Superman related. As usual, I'd like to hear your opinion on this topic. Give me any feedback you can on this situation, especially if you're a diehard DC fan. I'd like to know what your feelings are and how they've been and how you guys rate this franchise. I'm talking about the company, just not just the comic books, just the company as a whole. And I'm talking about their comic books, their TV shows, their movies, any future project that you've been hearing about. How do you grade them? Let me know what you feel about it. Until then, this is J77 saying take care, be safe, talk to you soon.